Hello and welcome. You're watching The Money Show, your one-stop destination for all your personal finance queries. I'm Kavita Thapliyal and we have a fantastic show lined up for you today where we'll be talking about Jannivesh SIP. The beginning of Jannivesh SIP with a 250 rupees SIP that you can go on with and begin your investment journey. And we will be having DP Singh from SBI Mutual Fund to talk more on this. And in the last leg of the show, we'll be answering your portfolio queries. So just in case you want to send across your questions, you can WhatsApp us your queries on our WhatsApp number, which is 865-797-4571, and our email ID is themoneyshow@etnow.tv. All right, so let's begin the show. SBI and SBI Mutual Fund launches rupees 250 Jannivesh SIP to democratize wealth creation. Jannivesh SIP is designed to enable first-time investors and small savers from rural, semi-urban and urban regions to invest, thereby promoting financial inclusion. Jannivesh SIP offers flexible SIP options starting at just rupees 250 with daily, weekly and monthly investment plans. The facility will be available on the SBI YONO platform and other fintech platforms like Paytm, Grow and Zerodha. Jannivesh SIP is designed to be cost-effective, ensuring sustainable growth and benefiting all stakeholders. So let's get more details on this. I am exclusively joined by DP Singh, Deputy Managing Director and Joint CEO, SBI Mutual Fund. DP sir, good evening. Welcome to the show and congratulations on Jannivesh SIP beginning. The plan, the kind of muhim that we were always talking about, it's finally taken shape and it's implemented. 250 rupees SIP is no more a dream. What are your expectations from this kind of a step?
Yeah, good evening, Kavita. Thank you very much for having me on the show. Yes, I agree. This is a dream coming true. We always wanted in SBI and SBI Mutual Fund that the mutual fund, through mutual fund, the investment into the capital market need to be taken to the last corner of the country, to the bottom of the pyramid, and we are making it happen now with 250 rupees SIP. Now 250 rupees SIP, we have said that we are starting the journey. We have actually got the ecosystem of the whole industry with us. The most of the fintech and partners, you named few, but other than them, all the fintech partners like SB Cap Securities, HDFC Securities, Angel One, Phone Pay, and everybody will be there. The basic feature of this is very cost effective for mutual fund point of view, because we will be paying lesser on the KYC, we will be paying lesser, and SBI has waived off the transaction charges, so as to make it viable. Now with 250 rupees SIP on daily basis or on weekly basis or fortnightly basis, monthly basis, there is a huge universe all across the country who are having regular cash flows, but they didn't have the platform to invest in a systematic manner. So this is something which is we are making it available, especially for the people, for the vendor management. You and all, I all know there's a huge number of people who are like vegetable vendors, fruit vendors, so on and so forth, who are earning their livelihood on daily basis. But to give them a solution that when they are accepting money in the digital platforms, the same can be invested in a systematic, safe, secured manner and the mutual fund route. And that's why we have started this only and only with Pure Balance Advantage Fund to start with.
All right, that's a very important announcement, you know. So the 250 rupees SIP starts from the SBI Balance Advantage Fund, a fund again which has immense participation from retail investors. In fact, the NFO2 was a hit. We remember, you know, you captured almost 97% of PIN codes also of the country with that NFO. But then having said that, any specific reason why you want to start with the Balance Advantage Fund only?
No, see, accepting the responsibility, being the responsible investment manager for a small investor. We don't want them to start their investment journey in a fashion where they put in the risky assets and they burn their fingers. At the same time, we feel that if anybody has to participate in the growth of the country, which we all say that we are the highest, fastest growing economy, If Indians and the marginalized Indians have to participate in that, then there is no other way but to put money, some part of their money into the equities. But equities, being equities, are a risky asset class. So we are going in a very, very systematic, very, very balanced manner. For example, when market was at its peak, balance advantage fund was having around 20-25% into the equities. With now market correcting, we are now 35-40%. If the market corrects further, we'll increase our allocation to the equities so that we can create wealth for the investors. So that decision an individual cannot take. We are taking that responsibility on our shoulders, and that is possible to be taken on our shoulders only through a fund like Balance Advantage Fund, which gives the flexibility to the fund manager to move from 0% to 100% into equities depending upon the market movements. Though we are not talking about the market timings, but we are talking about the fundamentals, about the valuations, so on and so forth. So we feel that this will be a best thing to start with such a journey, so that people definitely enjoy the benefit of equity markets over a longer period without taking too much risk on the equity markets.
Exactly, that's a very balanced approach, and a lot of aspects to look at this also. It's just not 250 rupees SIP that one can do monthly. You can also do it daily, weekly, once in 6 months, or even a yearly SIP. For someone who's new to the share market, who wants to get a taste of what kind of volatility or what is the nature of share market, this can be a fabulous step towards, in that direction. But having said that, I also want to understand the economics behind you as an AMC, handling a 250 rupees SIP, because I believe you also have a 100 rupees SIP going on. I mean, long time back there was a pilot that was launched for it. So what kind of expenses are we talking about? The cost that an AMC will have to take up on, are we talking about over here?
To be honest, with the regulator has played a pivotal role in making this happen, because it was the passion and dream of current SEBI chairperson also to have a democratized platform available. For that, industry as well as regulator together worked with various stakeholders, various vendors, which was adding into a big cost. So that has been brought down for small ticket SIP. For example, for doing a KYC, a normal KYC cost was 35 rupees, but for 250 rupees SIP, it has been brought down to 7 rupees. And icing on the cake for us is that SBI has decided not to charge any transaction charges if the money is coming through their fintech orders, and this is taking a lead. I think this will make so many more others also to showcase that kind of thing. But 7 rupees SIP, KYC charges and transaction charges being low, very, very low on these transactions, and all the stakeholders like BSE, NSE, they are the important stakeholders in the ecosystem. If everybody reduces, then it becomes viable. And because of the efforts and thanks to the regulator and the industry body, AMFI, who have actually worked very hard to bring these costs down for the 250 rupees SIP. That is making it viable.
Right. So we are just talking about, and we are just looking at having these SIP availed digitally. Is that right? Through SBI, platform, then you have other fintech partners associated.
Yes.
Only through them. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. That's right.
Okay. Okay, but then, one important concept in financial planning or investment that we always talk about, even with you, we've discussed it so many times, one has to keep increasing this investments. One aspect is to reach to the bottom of the pyramid and have them included in the, the investment periphery. But then one important message over here also lies that one needs to help them or teach them to also increase their investment amount. What would you like to tell those kind of investors now?
Now, basically, the first step is for the people who have never done any investment is inculcating the habit of investing and disseminating the information about it. And this 250 rupees SIP, if one start with monthly, they can move to fortnightly, they can move to weekly, they can move to daily. So this is one way of increasing the SIP mode. But yes, they can always move from 250 rupees to 500 rupees or 1000 rupees as per their, basically the investments have to come from the surplus of the individual. Part of the money will be spent in consumption, part of the money will go into savings, part of the money will come into investments. And how much is the surplus? In any case, the SIP growth story, SIP success story of India is remaining intact, and that group, that audience, that audience is still very, very big, and that journey will independently keep on going. And there we will keep on telling people to move from 2000 to 3000 to 5000 to 10,000 to as and when their incomes go up, they have to increase it. But to start with, for 250 rupees SIP, because an ecosystem has been created for 250 rupees, then even moving from monthly to fortnightly, or fortnightly to weekly, or weekly to daily, and daily to SIPs also, that will remain relevant for the time being. But yes, there is no stoppage of increasing from 250 to 500 and 500 to 1000 rupees. Since there is a separate ecosystem created for 250 rupees, the other mode will be more relevant for the time being.
Sure. One last question, since we have fintech partners also who've tied up with you for this launch. So far, any data, how many SIPs have been registered already?
No, we launched it at 4 o'clock today. See, we are at 5:10. At 4:30, Paytm was talking about they have already got 700 SIPs, 250 rupees SIPs. That is one partner. But just to say this, we are going to have partner with every fintech, every other partners also, and they have huge credibility. People like PhonePe, people like Angel One, people like other security companies, HDFC, Axis, ICICI, SBI, all have a huge database. We will be tying up with all of that. Since this was done in a hurry, and these 4 people which were tied up, they are getting almost 60 to 70% of the digital SIPs as of now. But yes, we will be tying up, and we will continue to have much more broader base who will be getting us this 250 rupees SIP in our books.
All right, so 250 SIP just on one click. Thank you so much for being a part of this interaction today. DP sir, congratulations once again, and all the best for Jannivesh SIP launch. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.
On that note, let's take a quick break, and post that I'll be joined by Hemant Ustigi, who will be answering your portfolio queries live. And in case you're watching the show live and even you have any question about your financial portfolio or investments, you can send across your question on our WhatsApp number and our email ID. And we'll take a quick break, and post that let's get connected to our viewers.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.